Welcome to SGS Skillshare Revit video tutorial series. In our earlier sessions, you have learnt about the fundamentals of Revit like setting project units, use of project templates, listening and temporary dimensions, parametric and bidirectional associative features of Revit, Revit families, types, and element instances, use of draw and modify tools, etc. In this session, you will be learning how to create walls to real-world requirements. At times, we may need to create simple walls like unfinished single layered structural or non load bearing walls made of RCC or cement blocks or country bricks or any such materials. Sometimes we may require complex walls with one or more layers of core walls and several layers of finishes like waterproofing, plastering finishes, tile finishes, air voids, metal furring, cladding works, gypsum or plasterboards, etc. And sometimes we may require multiple wall finishes in a single layer like border tiles. Sweeps and reveals can be used to provide borders and grooves in the walls. If used wisely, these tools can give more realistic look of wall panels, claddings, etc. All these requirements can be met by creating customized basic wall types. In all these cases, the thickness of the wall shall be same from top to bottom. If there is a requirement to have a varying wall thickness like this, you should use stacked wall family where you can stack one wall type over another and the entire wall behaves as one single element. Further, we may require structural glazing systems of several customized patterns with glass or ply or metal panels as per the project requirement. So let's see how these wall types can be created in Revit. As you select the wall tool in the properties palette, under type selector, you can choose any of the available wall types and proceed with drawing in your project. If none of these wall types available suits your requirement, you can duplicate any of the closest wall type and modify it to your requirements. For example, if I need a 8-inch thick unfinished brick masonry wall, whereas the available one is only 4-inch thick, I duplicate the available one and rename it to my requirement, edit its properties, and in the type properties window that opens up now, I edit the structure and specify the thickness to be 8 inches. My 8 inches thick unfinished brick wall is ready now. If you want a cavity wall with 8-inch thick brick wall in the inner face and 6-inch thick external brick wall with a 2 inches of cavity in between and plastered at both the faces, you can duplicate the generic wall that we created now, and in that structure you can modify and define the additional layers like this. The wrap at end option can be used to specify the wall finish that is required in the open ends of the wall. We can choose to either have the internal finish or external finish in the edges like this. Wrap at inserts does the same thing at wall openings for doors and windows. Here we have an additional option to have both finishes in the open edges. So by placing the door or window with a particular offset distance, finishes will be like aligned in both the sides. Materials for each of these layers can be selected from the materials already loaded in the project. You can use these detailing options to define how these layers shall be represented in our various views. We shall see more about materials in our later sessions. For now, we use the available materials like this. The new wall that we created looks like this in the plan view and like this in the 3D view. You can use the various visual style options available in the status bar. Let us have a small skirting finish in the same wall that we have created now. I duplicate the wall type, edit its structure. In the preview, I choose section. Now I select the split layer option here and click on the interior plaster layer here. Drag the mouse over the split line and click on tab key couple of times until the split line is highlighted. Select the split line. Using the temporary dimension, specify the distance that you require from the base. In the structure, add one more layer. Assign it a material. Define it properly. Assign this layer to the newly created or split layer. It looks like this now. I draw into the project. Its finishes looks in the project like this. In case if you want the structure layer to merge with the finished layer over here, we can do it like this. I duplicate the wall type. Now in the section view, I can see that like this. I now click on the merge option. Click on tab a couple of times. Now when the line is getting highlighted, I click on it. Now both these layers are merged. Now this additional layer that we have here can be deleted. Our wall is now ready. We can use it like this.